What is up, everybody? It is Strider coming at you again with a deck tech. Today we are going to be going over bug control. Well, I guess nowadays it's called Sultai control, but bug, I guess in case you don't know, stands for black, blue, green. It's more of a mid-range deck, to be honest with you. It's like calling Esper Dragons a control deck when it's kind of a mid-range deck. It's a very mid-rangey control deck. And yeah, this deck is, and especially, is very mid-rangey. It controls the game by like looping back creatures and stuff like that. But let's take a look at it. This game does not have quite the same inevitability as like ramp. This deck has ramp is probably its worst matchup, just because it just goes so far over the top of it and just ignores so many of the cards that it's like I don't care about any of the cards you have. But lately I've found I haven't been seeing as much ramp and been seeing more I would call medium to aggressive decks, which this is kind of what this deck preys on. Like, it wants to see those like white red, you know, or even mono red. It has no K matchup. Yeah, stuff like that. It wants to see those kinds of decks. That's where it excels. I think actually I might cut this side. Whatever. Yeah, anyways, so that's the kind of decks it wants to see, and that's what I've been seeing a lot lately. I've been getting just absolute smash. I was up to like 38, and I was getting pumped. I might get to 40, and then the meta changed to basically just a ton of aggressive decks, because I had like a kind of just a set couple decks I was running, and I think right now none of them are that well positioned, and this one is. But let's go over it. Jace, just a great card. Get back all kind of removal spells. Gets back some card draw, gets back a sweeper, does some really cool stuff in this deck, plus just giving something -2/-0 can be great. I've also won with his ult multiple times. Gatekeeper Vine, just a big draw of this deck is how easy the mana is when you play like a control deck that has green in it. Like Esper, I know if you guys watched that video, I was complaining how bad the mana is. In green, the mana is so much better just because you have like Gatekeeper Vine and Elvish Visionary. I know Elvish Visionary doesn't actually get you a land like Gatekeeper Vine does, but the fact that it draws you that card, it gets you closer to that land. Sometimes it finds land for you. It's just such a great help. Telling Time, just a cheap cantrip. Just also good at helping you get your mana. Resoul kills cheap creatures. This is one of the reasons I think this deck might be better positioned, is that this version has a lot more cheap removal than the Esper build we had been going off of. Druid Murklurker. I find that a lot of times in control decks, I just want like that slight nudge in life. Like, I'm like, oh, I just wish I had a little bit way to just buffer my life total. And I think Druid Murklurker is great at that. Sometimes, especially in the late game, like let's say you're playing against a red deck and you're at like 2, but you know you're able to ping in the air with this or something. So you know, because they're out of gas. But you know, there's so many top decks they could have that just kill you on the spot. So you start getting in with your Dark Slick Drake and you know get up to 4 or something, you feel a lot safer. Sorry. Fleshbag Marauder, I have him as a one of here. He's just good in certain scenarios. Sacking things like, you know, these is great. Also, just the fact that he's an answer to something like a that big 8/5. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. The big old 8/5. What the hell is his name? The Gaia's Revenge. Actually, you know, I think I might. No. The fact that he's an answer to Gaia's Revenge, the fact that he's an answer to Ulamog, there's a lot of strong things about this card. Plus, you can get him back with Cool Revival, which is nice. Gravedigger gets him back. He's just got some nice synergies in this deck. Nissa's just a win condition, much like Jace. Plus, she draws you a card pretty much no matter what. One of the small things that does suck is every once in a while you'll be out of lands to get. But that's rare. I'm running 3 to make sure that kind of is very rare. Reclamation Sage, our answer to enchantments and artifacts, mainly enchantments. There are a lot of problem enchantments out there I'm sure you guys know about. Something like Evolutionary Leap, something like that stupid 5-mana one that pumps out 2/2s every time you hit a land. There's just all kinds of stuff like that. Claustrophobia, cheap removal spell, pretty good. It's good against another one that's good against Ulamog. Just again, you'll note there's some answers I have in here just kind of like as like nice Ulamog insurance. I know I don't have many, but just those 3. But you know, it's nice to have them. Read the Bones, a little bit of card advantage. I don't run it too much because I don't really want to hurt myself that much in this deck. I already got Ob hurting me a little bit, so it's nice to know that I'm not getting just, ranched. Towergeist, I have a split right now. I'm just kind of testing this guy out right now, seeing if I like having one of these over the third one of these. A little bit easier on our mana, you notice, but the body's a lot worse. But also you get to draw this card pretty much no matter what, unless it gets countered. There are times when they claustrophobia this or exile this, so you don't get that draw. So I'm just testing this out, seeing if I like it. If not, we'll switch back over to the third Darkslick Drake. Gravedigger, just one of kind of our best repeatable card draws. A lot of times you can get loops of these to where you just have infinite blockers. Basically, if they just have one big threat hitting you, you just have a blocker over and over and over again. He gets back some of our more powerful cards. You can get back this guy, you can get back this guy, this guy. He's very good. Languish, just our sweeper, really our only sweeper. Bad against ramp, obviously. But again, I don't see a whole lot of ramp anymore, at least right now. Again, I say right now, and I haven't actually played since Saturday? So hopefully it hasn't changed too much. Crew Revival, just kind of a nice catch-all removal spell. Just nice to have those two in here that just straight up, yep, go ahead, kill anything you want. Ob, another win condition. Just destroy people in card advantage and give us another unconditional removal spell. Green Warden, a nice way to recur some stuff. Yeah, just a nice way to be able to just recur something you need. Unfortunately, it's bugged. It's a little weaker than it should be, because usually when it dies, you have to... usually when it dies, you can get another thing back, but you can't right now. Gravedigger, though, is pretty nice for them. You can recur Green Warden. Sire of Stagnation, I'm just trying this guy out. Usually this slot is actually a Gaia's Revenge. But I don't know. I was like, I've been playing Gaia's Revenge for a long time, and I was like, yeah, let's just try this guy out. Just test him out, see if I like him or not. He's a mana cheaper. I don't know, just seeing how he works. Alhammerat, he's kind of always been my boy. He's a little weak, I would say, overall right now. I don't love him as much as I did when the game first came out. I don't think he's kept up with the power level that much. But I don't know. He's hanging on by a thread. He might get switched out soon. But I don't know. He's still got some fight left in him, I think. Take a look at the mana base real quick. You notice, if you look down here, you'll notice we're heaviest blue and black, but we still need a lot of green because, we have two 2-drops that are green. Unfortunately, I have to run a lot of these in this deck, or Guild Gates. Well, I run, 5? That's not too bad. But, yeah, so we got 2 Lumbering Falls. Obviously, just great to have that man land. Gives you that little bit of late game reach. You got the full 6 checks. And you've got, and I don't have, oh, wait. Let's change the mana real quick. I actually just opened a blue-black land recently. Let's see, blue-black land. Let's make it rare. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say I just opened one of these. So what we'll do is we'll switch out 1 Guildgate for 1 Sunken Hollow. Sweet, great. Yeah, I haven't unlocked that other one, but yeah, that should make the mana a little bit better. Actually, that's interesting. Okay, let's ship this and try it out. Like always, I will be posting a tapped out link for you guys to check out. You can tweak the deck yourself, see what you think. Again, this is good. I would say this deck kind of feeds upon those fast to medium decks, like those. I don't know. Those just random decks I've been seeing a lot lately. Just keep crushing my dreams. Good against this deck is okay against I would say this deck's reasonable against blue-red blue-red artifacts. I would say this is good against white-red aggro, white-green aggro, red aggro. Kind of just feeds on those style of decks. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Thanks for watching again.